Live from KSAT12, the news at noon starts right now.
While so many were unwrapping gifts under the tree, a Leon Valley family spending their Christmas Day searching for and pleading for their pregnant daughter's return. Everything we know about this case that's captured the attention of South Texas. Plus, an immediate response. American forces striking back just a day after U.S. personnel and a service member critically injured in a drone attack in the Middle East. A Leon Valley family is pleading for their daughter's return, and that daughter is a soon-to-be mother. So this is Savannah Soto, the 18-year-old. She was last seen near her apartment in the 6000 block of Grissom Road on Friday afternoon. Soto's parents say their daughter's pregnancy was going to be induced on Friday, but she never showed up to the hospital. It wasn't until yesterday that the Texas Department of Public Safety issued an alert to find her, as police now believe her disappearance may pose a threat to her safety and her health. On what is usually a day to spend time with your loved ones, Soto's parents and family spent their Christmas Day trying to bring her home.
I just want her home. I'm worried about the baby, if she's even had the baby, if she's in danger.
Savannah Soto has brown hair and brown eyes. She's about 5'6" tall. She could be in a gray Kia Optima. That car's temporary Texas license plate on your screen right now, with that license plate reading 4289D57. If you see Soto or the vehicle or have any idea where she may be, you're asked to call the Leon Valley Police. That number is 210-812-3259. All of this information can also be found on KSAT.com. Well, it is calm and quiet out there now, but San Antonio firefighters started this morning battling flames at an abandoned Embassy Suites hotel. The fire called in around 4 this morning. All of this unfolding in the 7000 block of Briar Ridge Drive. Now, this is on the city's northwest side near I-10 and Callahan. Take a look at the screen. Investigators still working to figure out what exactly caused the flames, but at last check, firefighters say they still don't know what exactly sparked it yet. An arson unit was on the scene through the day investigating all of this after two people believed to be homeless were actually pulled from the building, and we're told they're unharmed. A deputy fire chief on the scene telling us they've been monitoring this building for months now, and that the city actively working on a solution to make sure no one can enter the abandoned hotel.
And it was a chilly morning. Temperatures dropped all the way down to 37 here in San Antonio. Did get below freezing in places like Kerrville and Bernie Stage, down to 30 there. But we've since rebounded now into the 50s and 60s, and yes, Fredericksburg too, below freezing this morning. Right now, we're seeing mostly clear skies and a pretty beautiful day. 52 degrees at the airport right now, 55 in Seguin, 50 in Bernie, 49 Kerrville. Our forecast today, 61 this afternoon. Mostly sunny. We'll see a light southerly wind, and then tonight temperatures will fall off quickly. We've got a lot of dry air in place, so that puts us into the low 50s by 8 o'clock and in the 40s by 9 o'clock. We'll probably start off in the 30s again tomorrow morning. Pretty good weather this week, and not bad weather for New Year's Eve as well. We'll take a look at that forecast for you in a couple minutes. Max.
Thank you, Justin. It seems like tensions between the United States and Iran are getting more and more apparent. The United States carrying out airstrikes on Iran-backed militant sites in Iraq overnight. Now, the Pentagon says President Joe Biden ordered these strikes all in response to militants launching a series of attacks on U.S. forces. And these attacks came as recently as Christmas Day. And these attacks ended with multiple Americans being injured. ABC's Justin Finch is following the latest from Washington.
In Washington, the Defense Department revealing President Biden himself gave the order last night for the U.S. to strike Iran-backed militants operating in Iraq. The Defense Department says those U.S. airstrikes leveled at least 3 sites used by the Iran-backed paramilitary group Hezbollah brigades. The U.S. responding to frequent attacks on American and coalition forces in the region, including a Christmas Day attack. The Pentagon says a self-detonating drone wounded 3 service members at a U.S. base in northern Iraq, one of them left in critical condition. The White House says the president was immediately briefed on that attack and later called for those strikes, which focused on sites tied to the group's use of drones. The Pentagon says since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, there have been more than 100 attacks on U.S. and coalition troops in Iraq and Syria. U.S. Central Command says there were no signs the U.S.'s retaliatory strikes impacted civilians. Mourners and some Iraqi officials condemning the U.S.'s actions. The Iraqi government says at least one militant was killed and more than a dozen others injured. And the Biden administration is warning if attacks on U.S. and coalition forces continue, the U.S. will respond. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
And back here at home, police making an arrest of a driver they say hit a car, then a person, and was doing all of this while the driver was intoxicated. This happened last night near the intersection of Roosevelt and Southeast Loop 410. Police telling us the driver turned left towards Loop 410, hit a Chevy Equinox, then kept driving and hit a person walking on the sidewalk nearby. That pedestrian, suffering serious injuries, rushed to a nearby hospital. Police evaluated the driver at the scene, arrested them for intoxication assault. And another arrest to tell you about. SAPD arresting this man after they say he put credit card skimmers on multiple gas pumps. Alejandro Roman Vivar facing an unlawful use of a criminal instrument charge. The arrest affidavit reads that officers responded to a Quick Trip gas station, the east side, back in November after a customer reported he put information on the keypad on the pump and, well, it fell off. Gas station employees checked some of the other pumps at the station. They found skimmers on 2 of them. Police scanned the skimmers for fingerprints, linked them right to Roman Vivar. He is now awaiting indictment after bailing out of jail. Well, some people's pets have been in the news spotlight this year, and it has not been for a good reason. We have seen an uptick in serious dog bites in and around the Alamo City, including some that turned out to be deadly. Katrina Weber speaking with one woman who is living with haunting memories. She tells us what she and others say could prevent future attacks.
Oh my God, I can't stand that sound that they make when they get the dog.
Effie Washington can still hear it in her head and feel it on her body. The results of an attack by 2 dogs in her East Side neighborhood last month.
One grabbed the ear, pulled me, and the other grabbed me here, and that's when I told God I can't scream no more.
She says as the dogs tried to rip her apart, she passed out, then woke up to a stranger helping her. She had to have surgery to reattach her ear and patch up her torn flesh. Washington says she was just doing something she does every day, walking the street, heading home, when everything suddenly changed for her.
I thought I was dead. I gave up because the pain.
Sadly, this year, quite a few people have ended up in her situation, or worse. In February, 81-year-old Ramon Najera was mauled to death by dogs that also bit 3 other people. In a September dog bite case, 47-year-old Paul Anthony Strigel also lost his life. Other victims this year have lost limbs.
We've definitely seen an increase in serious type dog bites.
Shannon Sims with Animal Care Services says a few have resulted in serious consequences for dog owners. 40-year-old Marcus Davila, for example, was arrested in September, accused of making his dog bite another man during an argument. But Sims says most cases stem from people's pets getting loose.
If I could have every single animal owner in San Antonio do one thing, it's keep your animal on your property.
Can't control them or even keep them secure.
Washington agrees. She says what happened last month was actually the second time she was seriously injured in a dog attack this year. And she's not sure how she'll ever feel safe again. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
Well, intense winter weather, grounding flights, and keeping a lot of vehicles off the road right in the middle of our country. It's the first disruption in what has been otherwise a smooth travel weekend so far for the holidays. How this could impact flights everywhere. And we're going to take a look at the prices at the pump next here on the News at Noon. Welcome back. Severe weather across the country already impacting people trying to make their way home after Christmas. At least 7 states now on winter weather alerts for ice, snow, and blizzard conditions. But so far, flight cancellations have been limited. ABC's Rena Roy explains.
A major storm on the move as millions of Americans travel home after Christmas. Blizzard conditions hitting the heartland. Some areas under ice storm warnings and winter weather advisories as the dangerous weather wreaks havoc across the region. In Nebraska, I-80 at a standstill for hours on Christmas Day when whiteout conditions caused dozens of crashes. Authorities closing the eastbound stretch after multiple jackknife semis. This driver stuck on the side of the road and this one stranded in the cold. 50-mile-per-hour winds also shut down part of the I-90 highway in South Dakota. In Graceville, Minnesota, freezing rain coating trees and roadways. In Fargo, North Dakota, downed tree branches scattered in the streets. This comes during the thick of the holiday travel season. The FAA predicting that today will be the third busiest day to fly. More than 41,000 flights expected to take off. So far, cancellations and delays have been limited. And the same storm system will bring heavy rain into the mid-Atlantic states by tomorrow morning and into the Northeast by tomorrow afternoon. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And of course, that we've been talking about, holiday travel not completely over for everyone, especially those who drove to their destinations and they now have to drive home. Gas prices around Texas and the United States have stood relatively still over the last few days, but here in Bexar County, starting to drop off again after a big uptick last week. AAA reports the average cost of a gallon of gas in Bexar County, $2.56. Meanwhile, the state average sits at $2.67, and the national average considerably more expensive, $3.12 a gallon. All right, so let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Much warmer than how we started the day. I think, what was it, Justin? We bottomed out at about 37?
37, we're up to 53 now. We're overlooking the airport. You guys just talked about some of the delays around the country. I'll have an updated look at what delays look like. There's still some snow going on to our north. Not here, obviously. It's pretty nice. Aquifer up half a foot, 639.9. Good news there. We need that to keep going up. And in your pollen count, Mountain Cedar still high. It's down from yesterday's number, but still a problem. And molds are low at 280. A look ahead to that 7-day forecast and the travel forecast coming up.
All right, thank you, Justin. Just before we head to break, today marks the first day of the week-long celebration of Kwanzaa. The holiday, created in 1966, it is a non-religious observation of African Americans' ancestral roots. It celebrates 7 core principles. They include creativity, collective responsibility, self-determination, and faith. In a similar way to the menorah for Hanukkah, a candle is lit each night, and the celebration ends on the first day of the new year. We'll be right back. Welcome back and happy Tuesday. Sadly, no white Christmas, although I will say it was gorgeous out there. Justin Horn, I mean, 60s and sunny. How can we be upset?
You can't. You just can't. It turned out to be a perfect Christmas day. We've seen some nice weather since, and we'll continue to see some nice weather. We'll see those temperatures get back into the 60s today, but blue skies, I mean, this is good December weather, honestly. Right now we're at 52. Southerly winds at about 9 miles per hour. And yes, we do have a southerly breeze today that tries very slowly to bring back in some moisture, but it's fleeting because we'll get another push of drier air tomorrow, which brings back some northerly winds. And it stays dry as far as the humidity is concerned. I want to show you the satellite picture. We do have some clouds that have built in across parts of the hill country, Kerrville down to Hondo. A few clouds even here around Bexar County. But the sun, for the most part, is out over San Antonio, and that is helping to warm us up. 52 after a morning low of 37. 56 with sun in Gonzales, a little cloudier up towards Kerrville, 49 there. 52 right now in Uvalde, and 50 Bernie Stage after a cold start there. As we look at the forecast for today, 61 here in San Antonio. I think we probably stay in the 50s. Those clouds are going to keep temperatures down. Bernie over to Bandera, 57 there. 64 Pleasanton, 65 in Kennedy. All in all, a beautiful day. Dew point trend shows that we're going to have low numbers. This is very dry when you got dew points in the 30s. And they just don't have an opportunity to really climb. We keep getting, again, those reinforcing shots of drier air. It's not until Sunday that the dew point tries to climb a little bit. Of course, New Year's Eve. Doesn't lead to rain, though. It's just not enough moisture as our next storm system starts to move in. Here's the setup. We've got a big area of low pressure here across the plains. It's bringing snow and blowing snow in some cases, blizzard conditions to places like Colorado and Kansas and Nebraska. This is finally starting to move, but it is a wide-reaching system. It's putting down good rain across parts of the Carolinas right now. And it is causing some travel issues, although the airport's not reporting any delays there, where we are seeing some snow, including Denver and Kansas City. Where we are seeing the delay is in LA. 30-minute delay there. That's the one we've noticed. And with a lot of traffic and volume today, I would imagine there will be a few more. If you're hitting the roads across Texas, no problems here. A lot of sun, at least as you head north up I-35 to Dallas, 56. Houston looks okay. You will run into some clouds as you go south, Corpus Christi and the valley, but temperatures there are not bad, comfortable. Here's a look at our forecast. This low, as I said, moves east. We get some reinforcing shots of dry air that push in. That keeps us humidity free pretty much as we head throughout the rest of the work week. Then as we head towards New Year's Eve, there's a little bit of moisture return, but it does not result in rainfall. And we'll get another front through here coming in on Sunday. Here's a look at the rainfall this year. We're at 20 inches, almost even. That's over a foot below average. So you can add this on to 2022, or yes, 2022. We're going into 2024, right? Get my years right here. Yeah, it's been a bad stretch. 2 years here of drought conditions. And you see Del Rio and Austin there as well. Our extended forecast, 63 Wednesday, 61 Thursday, 58 on Friday, one of our cooler days. And we'll see some chilly mornings next few days before we make it into the 60s over the weekend. New Year's Eve, yeah, looks good. We have that front coming through, but doesn't have huge impacts on our forecast, Max.
All right, Justin Horn, thank you so much. Well, look, there's still time to celebrate the holidays appropriately. Dozens of pets at San Antonio Animal Care Services, ACS, they're spending the holiday season alone, but you can help fix that. ACS desperately in need of foster families for some of their pets. The Fa La La Foster Drive is aiming to put about 100 pets in homes for at least 2 weeks. It's free to help out, and if you decide you do want to take in an animal for at least these few weeks, they come with free food and any vet care they may need. If you do want to step up and help out, you can apply on the website on your screen. A look at sports when we come back. Welcome back. Spurs rookie, sensation, #1 overall pick, Victor Wembanyama, listed as questionable with that right ankle soreness for the next game, hosting the Utah Jazz. So remember, he's been dealing with this right ankle soreness, which was made worse, as you see on your screen right there. He rolled his ankle during warm-ups. He stepped on the foot of the Mavericks ball boy. He missed 2 of the Spurs' last 3 games because of this right ankle, and we can attribute some of the losses to that right ankle. So looking ahead, Spurs hosting the Jazz tonight, 7 at the Frost Bank Center. They're then going to be playing Portland Trailblazers, back-to-back games Thursday and Friday, both at 9 p.m. San Antonio time. Then they're going to be hosting the Boston Celtics, wrapping up the year Sunday at 6 p.m. for New Year's Eve at the Frost Bank Center. And it is important to note, the Utah Jazz and the Blazers are not very good, so hopefully the Spurs can get back to our winning ways and improve our record. Looking to improve their record, Texas State Bobcats playing in their first ever bowl game this afternoon. They're looking to start 1-0 in bowl games. The Bobcats, though, finishing 7-5, second in the Sun Belt West standings. So they're going to be facing the 6-6 Rice Owls for the first time since 1987. And they're facing off at the First Responder Bowl up in Dallas. A lot of credit, though, going to head coach G.J. Kinney, who was the head coach for UIW last season before he took the job up in San Marcos. So this is a lot of seasons of firsts. As we said, this was first bowl game in history for the Bobcats. First time they beat a Power 5 school when they beat down Baylor. And now they're working to get their first ever bowl win. All of this success, obviously, helping the Bobcats take a big step in their program.
Yeah, I think it changes a little bit, just because we have proof of it now. And, now we're a program on the rise. There was a lot of question marks year one. We were kind of selling a dream. Now they can really see it. And, I think we have a lot coming back next year. And I think, this program's headed to new heights. And I really believe we can do something really special next year. Obviously, we want to finish it off the right way. This year is the main focus. But, talking about recruiting and bringing guys in and adding some pieces here and there, I think we got a chance to be really special.
All right. Kickoff in Dallas, scheduled for 4:30 this afternoon, and you can watch it on ESPN. Coach Kinney also receiving big contract extension through 2028, making him one of the highest paid coaches in the Sun Belt. You can read much more about the Bobcats' upcoming bowl game and, of course, the Valero Alamo Bowl. Just head to the instant replay page of KSAT12.
Frosty the snowman, the sun was hot that day.
And speaking of the Valero Alamo Bowl, if Christmas music doesn't get you ready to turn up at practice, I don't know what will. These were the stadium speakers that the Arizona Wildcats were listening to, held practice at Trinity University. They are prepping to face the Oklahoma Sooners in the Valero Alamo Bowl later this week. The Wildcats, they have a big void to fill at left tackle. Jordan Morgan, he's considered a potential first-round pick for the NFL draft. He opted out of the game earlier this month. He wanted to focus on his professional career. And on the other side of the ball, the Oklahoma Sooners, well, they were at the UTSA Roadrunners practice facility. And, of course, big change of quarterback we could see at the bowl game. Quarterback Dylan Gabriel, he entered the transfer portal. He's joining the Oregon Ducks, so jersey number 10, Jackson Arnold. He's going to be starting at quarterback for the Sooners. Gabriel said that he mentored Arnold before leaving, and he's handing over the Sooners' reins. As you can see, we're getting ready. The turf is already being painted at the Dome. This was the scene Friday afternoon. Oklahoma painted on one end zone, Arizona at the other. Kickoff just a few days away, so let's take a look at this matchup. Number 12, Oklahoma, playing number 14, Arizona, Thursday night, 8:15 in the Valero Alamo Bowl at the Dome. And, of course, you can watch it on ESPN. New today at 5, the holiday spirit combined with the winter, well, not so much winter weather, unless in the mornings. The weather outside got you set up to enjoy some perfect hot chocolate. We're going to show you how you can take your cocoa to the next level today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight.